mountain in Tennessee.
What the Hell Rodeo Podcast. Episode, I don't even know because while I was gone in Cheyenne, Hagen recorded one with Andy and JC Watson. And I'm here in Helena, Montana, about to record one with the legendary grandson or relative to Davy Crockett?
Nephew
to Davy Crockett, and officially 2025, that's a beaver, 2025 Clown of the Year, Matt Merritt.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And it's not a beaver, it's an otter. I have an otter hide in my trailer paying homage to my trapping roots.
Trapping roots. Have you ever been trapping?
Yeah, I actually have. When I was a kid, we used to trap mink in Louisiana.
Really?
Yeah. You ever seen a mink?
No.
It looked kind of like an otter, just really small.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Where did you grow up in Louisiana?
North Louisiana, kind of near, like Minden was the town I was born in. And then have you ever heard of Heflin? Like where Heath and Cody DeMoss call home? So they're not actually from there. I think they're from Crowville, but they live there now. And Heath DeMoss's wife, Hallie, and I went to school together. Her father, Joe Lynn, had a rodeo arena there.
Really?
2x4 ranch, and as they called it, and a Bible camp. And he had been a successful rodeo cowboy, like back in the Lane Frost era in the 80s and all that. And I fell in with that crowd, and that's sort of how it all started for me.
That's how it all started. So we've talked about it on the golf course. Did you ever really compete in rodeo?
I got on like steers, and I got to shoot dog in and like all the easy stuff. Yeah. But I never bought equipment. And I tried to fight bulls also for about 2 weeks. And it just wasn't for me. I think bullfighters are like, if you got the military right, bullfighters are the Navy SEALs. They're not going to ring the bell. Like the good ones, they find out that they're made of that. And then like me, I'm in the kitchen. I'm skinning potatoes.
Kitchen wife.
Yeah. I don't know about wife. That was a push, Cordell.
Oh, sorry.
That's why I call it what the hell, because you make people say, what the hell?
No, I didn't think of that. We called it what the hell because we didn't know what the hell we were doing.
Oh, well, I like that, too. That's like having a restaurant called It Doesn't Matter.
It doesn't matter.
Where you want to eat? It doesn't matter.
We went to It Doesn't Matter in Montgomery, Alabama this year.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was so mad. We checked into our room deal. It was a nice place, but it was out in the middle of nowhere, and then we drive to what the hell, or
It Don't Matter Cafe, I think is the name of it.
It Don't Matter Cafe, and then I ordered their chicken fried steak, and they didn't have it. And then I was like, okay, ribeye, they didn't have that. So I settled for some steak fingers.
You had a great opportunity that you just missed. You realize that, right?
Why?
You talking about food and a menu, and your words were, I settled, and you didn't say for a burger and a grape snow cone. So
I'm not a word wizard like you. That's fair. So we're sitting here in Helena. We're about to get started. What are we, an hour from perf time?
Yeah, it's 5:21 right now, the 24th of July, Friday.
Yep. We just had our production meeting in our sauna. Tell us about the sauna.
It is hot up there. I don't know why that's where they do it. They have their production meeting upstairs, and there's no heat and air, obviously, up there. And then, like, not big on science, but heat rises.
Oh, yeah.
And, it feels like, imagine being, like, in a hot air balloon, but not in the basket. Like more in where the air is.
Yeah,
100%. That's where we're at.
It is so hot up there. I'm pretty sure I sweated most of what I ate yesterday.
Yeah, it's good for you, though. It's like a sauna.
It is probably good for us.
Yeah. I went to the hot springs today here in town.
Did you?
I'm not a negative man. I'm an honest man.
Okay.
I didn't go in it. I pulled in the parking lot, and I'm doing things because I started my YouTube channel, so I'm trying to find things to do to share with people if they're traveling.
Yeah.
Have you been to the hot springs here?
Not here. No, sir.
Well, when you pull up, I thought it was going to be like maybe like Parks and Rec type thing, you know, like I heard it was concrete around the springs itself, but it's like a bar and a gym, and then like it's fenced off, and it looks like a shopping mall on the outside, kind of.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even go in because it didn't feel like God's hot springs. It felt
it felt like people's hot springs.
Yeah, it just So
did you? So you didn't partake in the hot?
No,
springs?
I just went in the parking lot, and then when I saw the way it felt commercial, which there's nothing wrong with it if it is. I'm not being mean to them. I just wasn't for me. So I went to the golf course and
hung out,
hit a few balls, putted a little bit.
We're gonna play tomorrow. I bet Jack Gower, the old man, beats all of us.
Yeah, I saw Jack out there asking if Wayne wanted to play, and Wayne said he had laundry to do. He said no.
Laundry to do?
Yeah.
No, Wayne Brooks. What? So Louisiana, that's where you got your start. like, what age did you pick up the baggies and makeup?
Yeah, that's I can't honestly remember. I have photos, and they don't have dates on them because back then it wasn't like digital.
Yeah.
I think it was 1998.
Wow.
When I first started, like, because 97, it might have been earlier. No, it's probably 98. In 97, I was in a bad car wreck. My best friend got killed. It was a bad deal. I broke my femur and my shoulder. I was a sophomore in high school. So I want to say probably my junior year, the next year, 98-ish.
Yeah.
And then I never really did anything else other than the clown thing. So my first time I ever performed was no microphone. I was in Dubberly, Louisiana, at like a practice pen weekly event. It wasn't a practice night. It was an actual event, but it was like really small, but really fun time. I full on face painted, had a barrel I borrowed from my mom. Actually was dating the guy.
Really?
He was a rodeo announcer. And
why did he have a barrel?
He was a clown too. So,
oh, really?
And he helped me out, get going, and it helped me a lot. Anyway, that I went and trying to remember how it went. I can remember doing like stupid stuff, like I had one of those pair of shorts with a fake butt, and I pulled my pants down and like do stupid thing. I can moonwalk, so I danced.
Yeah.
I think there was a spotlight there. I want to think there was a spotlight, and I did like this thing where I would hit this like a golf ball, and the light would fly across the room, but I didn't have a mic. And then
old school.
Yeah, it was all. I mean, I didn't have one, so it was just seeing if I would want to do it. And it was fun. And then I did one at the 2x4 ranch.
Oh yeah.
At a church camp. I think Jolene actually paid me for that one, like $75. And then very quickly, I got one for a dude named Tommy Rand in Harrisonburg, Arkansas. Forgive me, I forget. I think it's Harrison. And I think I made $200 a night at that one. And I thought I was rich because, I mean, this is the 90s.
Yeah.
And my teachers were probably making $400 a week, you know?
Yeah.
And here I am in 2 days. I didn't take into account the money I spent on a hotel and fuel.
Driving.
But I just looked at the money at the end, and I thought I was rich, you know? And I can remember, I'll tell you a funny story. I had all my jokes written down. Back then, it was all jokes for me. Yep. And on a note card, and I like stapled it inside the baggies. So then I would pull the front of the baggies out, and I'd look down in the pants to read the next joke, you know, like what I might tell, or going over my playlist, basically. And the announcer goes, "What are you looking at?" And I was like, I literally didn't want people to know, so I quickly responded, "Oh, absolutely nothing." And so it kind of sounded like I was making a joke about what was inside my pants. So everybody laughed because they thought it was funny for the whole wrong reason. That was back in the 90s, though. You could probably get away with some things a little more.
I actually heard a joke this year that Dusty Myers said, and it was the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was, he was counting with his fingers.
Oh, yeah, that's good classic.
Yeah. It was, we were in Lake Charles, Louisiana, and I was like, what the?
Yeah,
Did he just say that?
He just said that.
He just said that. But so then, what was you went all, like, 90s. You started in the 90s. What year did you get your pro card?
So I didn't buy my PRCA card until 2013. But there's a reason. I feel like I was professional long before then, you know, like the moniker of the P in PRCA. Yep. I was, all right, so I leave. I do some Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana. I do the LRCA finals in Shreveport in 2000 and maybe 01. It was 2000. I have the buckle not in here with me, but that was my first buckle, all right? So I'm kind of getting – now I got a buckle. I got a jacket from a finals. I'm starting to pick up work. And I get some stuff in Virginia for a guy named Jason Roberts. I did maybe 3 events in one summer for him, and then I would stay up there, and he had other clowns because they were just trying me essentially. And I would like set up bleachers and work stock in the back when I wasn't working, pins. Whatever, like, you know, like the typical whatever it takes to get by deal. And end up meeting who would later become my wife and end up making my home in North Carolina. So I move away because this is where I have work now. And all this kind of happens pretty quick. Well, then, because of the East Coast, there's no pro rodeos. Pro rodeo wasn't on my radars. IPRA, SRA, Zebra bull ridings, and then probably 2004, I get my very first PBR, Thibodaux, Louisiana. It was a touring pro back then. You know, they have the names have changed. Well, that goes good, and then more of them start to happen, and then I really do become a PBR guy. I'm still doing IPRA rodeos, and by 13, I have my PRCA card, and I'm working a few rodeos here and there. Cotton Rosser hired me, so I'd go out to California for runs, but it sort of just kept going PBR path. Then I go to PBR Australia in 2012 for the first time, Canada, like it's just PBRs, and then they're growing, and then they called it the Blue Death Tour the first time. And now we're doing 30 events a year.
Yeah,
same group, and that's back kind of when I started my podcast and all that. Yeah. Then same crew week in and week out, and then COVID happens, and I'm maybe just talking over you and getting ahead, but
no, you're good. This is good stuff.
Well, COVID happens, so now PBRs aren't happening because like, hey, we're going to Grand Rapids next week, and they had that 2-week thing, so you would wait a little bit and you'd buy a plane ticket, and it wouldn't happen. Well, all right, fine. We're going to Bangor, Maine next week, and then it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
All right, we're going here, and it keeps just going. So I go like 8 months
with no work,
with no check, and I actually had cancer at the same time during COVID. So long story short, Fort Worth, Calgary hired me, and I didn't get to go because it canceled for COVID. Same thing with Fort Worth my first year; it didn't happen. But then it all came back after that, and I feel like it was kind of God's timing and place. I still do some PBRs, but I'm definitely into rodeo now, obviously.
Which one do you like clowning more?
Oh, that's a tough question because, like, Helena, Montana wouldn't be on your radar for one of the more fun rodeos, but you would have noticed last night, Thursday night, it was, like premier fun for me. Crowd's fun, huge crowd. Good competition, but not too much of it. I don't like a 4-hour rodeo, right? Just the right amount. It was perfect. So you can throw that one on the list. But then you can go to a PBR. Like one of my favorite PBRs ever was Bangor, Maine back in the day. The crowd just seemed like gracious that we were there.
Yep.
They didn't have a lot of events that come to that Coliseum. But then I've done them in Madison Square Garden. I've done them in Cowboy Stadium. I've done them in Australia, all over the country of Australia. And I've done amateur bull riding for a guy named Ricky West in Fife, Alabama, in his backyard. It was one of the most fun ones I've ever done. Like 3,000 people in a little bitty circle with 2 buck and shoots.
Yeah.
So from the anthem till the last animal leaves, I usually love my job. I don't think that I like PBR's production value is consistent.
It's
so
crazy.
It's kind of nice to be going to event after event where you can count on everybody there to know what you're doing and what they're doing because you work together so much. I get that at Fort Worth and San Antonio too, though. It's not that it's bull riding versus rodeo. I think it's more consistency with the same people.
No, the crowds though I feel like are different.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's what I meant more. Like what crowd do you like working more? The rodeo crowd or the bull riding crowd?
Bull riding crowds are probably
a little bit more wilder.
It's like if you did like a law of averages, I think bull riding crowds would be more responsive to liking what the clown's doing and the entertainer. Like they're gravitate towards you. Some rodeos, I think you'll throw a few rodeos in there where the crowd is more of a actual fan of the sport, and they're not really there to hear too much of your nonsense. Like they want to laugh and have fun with you.
They want to watch the
rodeo. But they're like, they're not going to like it if you interrupt a run or a ride.
That's Sioux Falls, South Dakota.
Yeah,
great rodeo, but they are there to watch the rodeo.
So, and now I'm really proud, and I don't want to be like sounding like I'm bragging, but I think I do a good job of that. I don't want to ever interrupt a rodeo. I feel like I'm a generator behind the hospital. When it's time to go, I need to crank up and do my job, but I don't need to just run and get in the way. And I hope I do a good job at that because I think the sport is sacred. What I do is filler.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. I see that a lot with just working with different one of you guys, and every one of you is great in their own way. You know what I mean? But so you've worked the PBR finals, right?
Yep.
How many years have you worked the PBR finals?
Well, that's a multi-layered answer. I've done the PBR World Finals as a clown one time, maybe 2. I can't remember. And then they've kind of done away with the entertainer position. They want us to be like stadium hosts now. So I've done a couple like that too. So I don't know. I've done a few PBR finals. I don't even remember. Yeah. I think I have. Actually, this year I was stadium hosting in Chicago at the United Center, like where the Bulls play.
Yep.
Matt West is announcing with Chris Rankin, and Matt loses his voice. So they need an announcer. Well, I'm dressed like one, so they call me over, and I announced one PBR Unleash the Beast series event this year. And not that I'm an announcer.
Did you get announcer pay?
Yeah, I got the same pay. But I didn't want to be an announcer or anything like that. I just had to step in and try to help. Chris could have done it without me, by the way.
Chris Rankins?
Yeah, he could have done it without me, no trouble. Actually, the times that I did good were because he, like, literally touched me on the shoulder and go, calm down, slow down, get what you're saying out, because I was very nervous. Anyway, I tell you all that to say, when you were asking me how many finals I've done, I was trying to count buckles because those mean a lot to me, and I can try to remember where they're sitting in my house and maybe give you a good answer. But this year, Brad Narducci, Brinson James, and myself all were stadium hosts at the finals, but they only had 2 entertainer buckles. They had an extra announcer buckle, so they presented me an announcer buckle because I'm the only one that announced. So crazy. I have a PBR World Finals announcer buckle.
They didn't give Matt West one?
No, I'm not sure he got whatever, but mine was they
he got the check.
When
they
got
ordered the buckle.
Whenever they ordered all the buckles for the finals.
Yep.
Like a year-end award, you're an announcer. So that's
cool.
I have a PBR World Finals entertainer and
announcer
buckle. Yeah.
That is pretty cool. So and then this year, where have you been this year?
Oh man, I've been rolling. I've had I'm trying to remember. I mean, let's say I can just tell you everything. We start off New Year's was the California Circuit Finals. I think I flew direct from there to Madison Square or to Boston. Yeah, I did, because I killed a bunch of ducks up there, and I packed all this duck meat and stuff and stuff I was getting mounted in a cooler, and I flew it all the way to Boston Gardens and took it in the TD Gardens and put it in the freezer. And there, like my whole cooler was in a walk-in freezer in TD Gardens in Boston. Left there, New York City from Madison Square Garden. I did Milwaukee. I may leave some stuff out. I did Milwaukee, Denver, PBR with the National Western, and then Fort Worth, San Antonio, Bay City, and then I had a week off. So that was a lot of performances that got you to March. And then in March, I did some more PBRs, I think, and some rodeos. I really don't remember everywhere. I left there, and I know that I had that one weekend off in March after that long run of all the Fort Worth, San Antonio, and the PBRs. And then I went to PBR finals and some other stuff. And I went home for a couple of days in May. But essentially, since May, today's July 24th, I know I hadn't been home since May, and I won't go home till after Pendleton, September.
Which is September.
Yeah.
Do you have Sioux Falls this year?
No, I don't. And by the way, I hope Garrett Yerrigan is listening to this, because he told me I had 2 years in a row.
And he was wrong?
And he was wrong. He had hired Sosby. So
you got to talk to
I had to get let go at Sioux Falls, but it's fine. I really needed. Isn't it the week after Pendleton?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is honestly godsend. Like, I'm picking. I need the week off because I want to go home. And see, me, I have Pendleton, nothing, and then Bonifay, Florida. And those aren't close to one another.
No.
And it'll be cool because I'll do one on the grass in Pendleton, and then Bonifay's the only other rodeo on the grass.
I forgot about that.
So I get 2 grass rodeos back to back with a weekend off.
That's pretty cool. Yeah. Well, I got to go to Holbrook, and then I got to tear down Saturday, and we have to be in Sioux Falls Sunday.
Yeah, that's going to be a beast.
Yeah.
It's a long way. But that's what we do, man. Like, my wife is on the road a lot now with my kids. My daughter's doing acts, and she's meeting me.
Doing acts?
Yeah, she's got her PRCA card. She's got one rodeo more to do. And
trick riding?
No, Liberty.
Liberty.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool story, her Liberty journey. She was 7 years old, and that show Heartland.
Yep.
You watched it before?
I've seen a little bit of it.
I didn't ever pay attention either. I could maybe tell you a couple characters' names, but the girls watched it a lot. And
I know one of the trick riders on it.
Yeah, she's here. Madison McDonald Thomas. But so my daughter sees Liberty on that show.
Yep.
And she comes like a little kid, and just fascinated. Hey, can you buy me a horse that does that? And we're like, we got this pony. Can I tell the story like I'm a squirrel? I'm gonna go off here.
Yeah, no, you're good. Go. All
right.
We got time.
Let me explain the
good.
pony now.
Okay.
The pony. One day I walked down to our barn, and there's this pony, this rust-colored pony, laying in the road.
Dead.
Just right in the driveway. No, he ain't dead, but I think he might be. So I kind of do the old kick him thing.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it wakes up, sits up, looks at me, just totally relaxed. It's like, what do you want? So I just take it in the barn. I put it in a stall. So for 2 weeks, my wife and I try to figure out who owns this pony. We find a neighbor, finally, that it had got out of their pen, and he's like, do you have kids? Like, yeah, just keep it. He's like, I don't want it. My kids have grown up. I guess it got out. I don't want to deal with it. So now we got Rusty.
Okay.
All right. So Rusty is the most dead broke pony. Ponies typically.
Yeah, they're
kick,
either
mean.
good or shit.
This one, boy, you could climb under his belly, and all the nephews and nieces and my kids just tie a halter to him and play on him. You could ride him, do all this stuff. Well, anyway, so we got Rusty, right? And my kid comes to me, I want you to buy me one of these horses. So my wife and I, just being young parents, teach Rusty to do something and we'll buy you one. Don't think any more about it. My daughter's very independent, goes to the barn by now, I think maybe 6 months goes by. She's still 7. Hey, the show's ready. What? Come to the barn. The show's ready. She's got like a cooler out there and all this stuff. And she takes this thing over some little trot poles and then stands it up on the dang cooler. And we look at each other like,
Now you got to buy a big horse.
She's serious about this. Well, then I'm in the business of rodeoing and acts, and I understand that it's a cool lifestyle.
Oh, yeah.
Probably could help her out. So we get Jessica Blair helps us, and we buy one of Jessica's horses. And then since then, she's bought a few more and been given one or two and worked really hard. She's got another one she's bought right now that's in training. There's some people that'll help her train them, and she's learned a lot about training them herself. And she's 17, so it's been 10 years. Got her PRCA permit, really. She's got one more rodeo to get her full card.
Yeah.
And that'll be next weekend in Phillipsburg, Kansas.
You get to go home or no?
No, I'm going to fly. So we're in Helena.
Yep.
2 hours away is Missoula. And in 2 weeks, I'm in Missoula. So I take this trailer we're in now to Missoula, park it, get on a plane, fly to St. Louis because my wife's passing through St. Louis.
Okay.
I get in the truck with her there. There's no airport near Phillipsburg, Kansas. So I get in St. Louis, drive to Kansas, do 3 days of rodeo there, and then we have a day and a half to get from Kansas to Missoula. And now I'll have 2 rigs in Missoula.
So is this so she's in Phillipsburg too?
She will be, yeah. She's performing in Phillipsburg.
So is this your guys' first rodeo together?
Not our first one together. We've done some smaller ones back home together back in the day, but this will be first PRCA rodeo together.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very cool, man, and I hope the best for her. I've done the very best that I could not to involve nepotism in this deal because I don't want to be like a football coach that puts his kid in at quarterback because it's his kid.
Yep.
She's ready. I believe that she is, but there was a time when she wasn't, right? So I could have all along been taking her with me and pushing her, but I hope that we go down as the classy people that did the right thing and made sure her horses were ready and she was ready.
Yeah, didn't force her.
Well, it's not even forcing her. I just don't want I don't want people in my industry to feel like, well, Matt's doing really good at clowning and getting a lot of jobs, but now he's taking jobs from other people. I worry about stuff like that because, it's a tough business. And so we try to do the best that we can to do what's right.
And it's small. Like it
is,
around
dude.
like
I know everybody.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take long to know everybody. If you don't know them, it's probably because they're new.
Yep. 100%. So is that that's your youngest or oldest?
My oldest. She's 17, be 18 in September. The other one's 14. And my wife, so you know who Mike White is?
Yep.
He won the world in 99 in the bull riding.
Yeah, he lives in Oklahoma.
Texas.
Texas,
yep.
Yeah,
that's where my youngest daughter's there now because they rope every day. He's in him and Hannah, they team rope all the time. So my wife met her sister's Hannah, so that's how I'm related to them through marriage. But she met them yesterday in Waverly, Tennessee. It's a halfway point between DeKalb and my house in North Carolina. Dropped her off, and she's going to spend a month or so with them and rope every day.
Homeschooled?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We've homeschooled. They've never been to real school.
Really?
Yeah, and it's wild. We didn't even have internet when we first started this. Couldn't get it where we live. There was no option.
Yeah. Before
Starlink was invented. So my kids used to watch, we'd buy this set of DVDs, and it was someone filming a school in Florida, the Abeka program. And we would watch, Day 127 in math and Day 127 English, and you'd have to get DVDs out. Now it's so nice. We have we finally got internet.
Yeah.
Cable internet at our house.
So it is Davy Crockett's place, huh?
Yeah, it is pretty much. Yeah, we got no phone service. My house was built in 1917. I love it. I don't get to be there much, so for me, home is like it's my vacation. You know, we do go on vacations, but I would rather not.
Yeah.
Like my wife wants to go to the beach,
time.
so I take her to the beach. But if it was up to me, I would go home and shut the gate
and never leave.
Just hang out there and cook steaks and relax. We got a pool, just chill there.
Hang out.
Yeah, I don't even really care about the pool.
Don't care about
get
the
in
pool?
the woods. Yeah, that's what I want to do.
You're an outdoors man. Davy Crockett, you're always shooting your bow at the rodeos. You're riding a bike, playing golf, just hanging out.
Yeah, I'm not always. I've always been an outdoors person. Hunt, fish, enjoy. Anything that takes up my time.
Yeah.
But I do tend to get a little lazy, like anybody else, when you're stuck on the road in a camper with an air conditioner.
Yeah,
it's
you don't
easy
want to go outside. Yeah.
So I try to do my best not to be that guy. And also, you got to realize, man, like there's a lot of people that would die to be in our position. There's a hot springs in this town. Now, I didn't like it, but you got to go look at stuff, man. Go see what's going on, and that's why I started my podcast back when I did, was to open my eyes to other people's feelings and to see what other people were going through and experience life a little more. Now I do YouTube because it helps me share the story of where I'm at and show people behind the scenes and
pushes you to go do stuff too.
Yeah, and it kind of pushes me to go be like today. I filmed me shooting my bow. I've got an elk hunt in September with Toby Carlson. He's one of Premium Tire and Lube. This one a sponsor of mine.
Okay.
He's in Pendleton, Oregon, but he's going to take me between Walla Walla and Puyallup, between those two events
for an elk hunt.
Elk hunt. So I'm trying to get ready with my bow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty cool.
Yeah.
There's pretty big elk up there, is there not?
I guess I don't know a lot about elk. I've never killed one. I got some friends that do a lot, so I've watched a lot of videos on it, and I've been around elk, like I've been shed hunting and been in that kind of country, but never hunted them. I'm from the South, so we hunt way different. I actually hunt out of a saddle. You know what that is?
Like a deer stand?
It's like a harness you wear.
Yeah.
So it's like a lineman would climb a pole with.
Yep.
It's a rig like that. So I take my e-bike and my bow in the woods, figure the wind out, pick a tree, go up that tree and hunt.
No joke.
Yep.
So you climb the tree like a lineman?
Yep. You got like a harness and you wrap one line around the tree, and you got these little steps that you and then you'll hang, like literally hanging from the tree, and then you move your steps up.
And then you
or you add, like sometimes I have enough steps. I can go all the way as high as I need to without moving them. But they have one version of it called one sticking, where you have one step and it goes with you as you move up the tree, and when you're done, you rappel down.
What?
Yeah, that's what I love it. I feel like a ninja when I do it. Yeah.
That is the craziest.
What's wild though is you don't practice. Well, I don't practice. I don't carry it with me. So then
practice shooting your bow and not climbing a tree.
Yeah, well, I mean it's harder to do. There's just random trees that aren't everywhere. So I guess random trees are everywhere.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, I got fact checked. Yeah. Turns out there are trees pretty much everywhere. But I just don't want to try to go climb trees, right? So every year I kind of forget the knots, and like it's 2 weeks into the hunting season back home in September, October, and I'm like, I hope I don't die here. I need to make sure I got this knot right.
Well, it's crazy how different hunting is, like in different places in the world, because like even from where I'm at, you don't sit in a deer stand and hunt, you hike and find the deer. Like in Arizona, you have to track.
What's funny to me is how everybody hates on the other kind. Must be nice sitting over a corn pile hunting. And I'm like, yeah, but you don't understand. Where I live, no one owns more than a couple 100 acres.
Yeah.
So most people own like 40. I'm hunting on a 70-acre, 80-acre place that I'm leasing. That's all I'm hunting on. It's 80 acres, and it's great. And there's big deer in there for where we live. Like, it's manageable. And but the neighbor's got a gun, and he's hunting. He's probably a hillbilly. And then the very same thing is going on every neighboring property in our county. And it's just way different, and it's super, super thick. So you can't walk out on any hill and then go, man, let's get our binoculars out and look and see what that is over there. You just can't see anywhere. So you have to find trails. And then the way I hunt now is I get the wind figured out. I find trails, I scout, and then I go get on whatever side I need to from the wind, from where I think they're bedding, eating, traveling to, whatever, and I catch them going
Climb
across.
a tree.
Yeah, but what's crazy, it's so fun because I'll see a buck that I want to kill, and I have cameras, so I'll have him on camera, figure out that he exists. Then you might see him 2 or 3 times, but he's too far, or he smells you. And so when you finally do get one, the way that I'm doing it on our little lease, it's really fun. It's kind of like the target buck deal.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the way anyone hunts. I mean, it's their own deal.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to get to do some of this, go leg it out and
get
go
an
out
elk.
west and see if I can shoot with my heart rate up if we had to walk up a bunch of stuff. I'm really excited to do it, but at the same time, I think they all have their separate challenges.
Oh, yeah.
People can say what they want. I've seen mule deer and how they act in the woods. They are not as smart as a whitetail.
I don't know.
I don't think they are.
Probably not, no.
I don't know. That's me starting controversy. What the hell?
What the hell rodeo, Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even think of that. So what, now I'm thinking if a whitetail is smarter than a...
I think they are, but also where I hunt, I don't know.
You have mule deer there?
No, we don't. The ones I've been around out west, though, seem to just let you get closer than you would think.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
They also they either see... I don't know.
I like the duck hunt. That's my favorite, but we don't have any ducks back home. It's tough. We got geese. So I got a dog and all that.
Well, you're from Louisiana,
yeah,
so I
that's
bet
why.
you've duck hunted a lot.
Yeah, I've been lucky enough to do some of the best duck hunting you could imagine.
Oh, yeah. So, how far did you live from Andy Stewart?
Really close.
Really?
I've known Andy, I remember going to Andy's house. It might have been 2000-something, early, before I was with my wife, and parking my rig and getting in with him.
Really?
And we went and worked. You remember Brian Hope, the rodeo clown?
That's
a true story right there. He did a bunch of big rodeos back in the day. He's from South Carolina, and we would go out there and do events together from Louisiana.
Really?
Andy and I, yeah.
Huh.
Known Andy a long time.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's probably an hour, 45 minutes from where I grew up.
Did you ever go hunt with him?
No, I need to, though. He gets on the ducks.
That's what he says.
That's what he says, huh?
Yeah. True story.
Yeah. It's a true story right there.
So what my favorite part about last night was you making fun of my badass mustache.
Yeah, I wouldn't describe your mustache the way you did. I would say if you guys could imagine if Chuck Norris injected himself.
That's who I was named after.
If Chuck Norris injected himself with an overabundance of estrogen at the age of 9, that would be what I think would cause a mustache like yours to happen. Because it's got this kind of dirty blonde Kiefer Sutherland in the Cowboy Way.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of look going on, right?
Yep, I agree.
Except I'll be honest, it's just not as bushy.
Yeah, we're working on it.
There's different levels of things, right? Like you got coffee, right? You got like a bold, and then you got light. You got breakfast blend. Yours is definitely a watered down blonde.
I think it's good.
It is.
It's getting there.
Yeah,
it's growing.
I can't see it from here.
I need to go get some dye.
Oh, we had fun picking on his mustache last night. No, don't ever dye. I don't think you want some controversy.
Let's get some controversy.
I don't think dudes should ever dye their facial hair.
I agree with that. Probably.
I don't do it. I have a lot of gray patches, but my thing is I think it's too easy to tell. Like if you couldn't tell, I'd be all right with it. But when a guy dyes his facial hair, it is beyond obvious.
It shows up.
Yeah, it's just like straight lines. It almost looks like you got it tattooed on. I don't like it.
There's a kid, Jared, this winter they were making fun of his mustache, and he went and got eyeliner and put eyeliner all over it. Showed up and said, "You guys notice anything different?" Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's like you never want to have to explain your joke.
No.
You don't ever want to walk up and go, "Hey, you guys notice anything?" Yeah. How do I look?
Yeah, I look better.
Yeah.
Oh, Wayne. The best was the way you presented it. He announced all of us and said that we were running the camera and stuff, and then you're like, "Wait a minute. Don't forget the rest of the cast and crew, Cordell's mustache."
Yeah, Cordell's mustache is here. We can't leave out the key players.
That was pretty good.
Mustache is in there hitting buttons on the switcher.
I was. Tonight, I'm walking around.
That's a pretty unique job you guys have. I bet it's like, is it challenging dealing with bad electricity at some of these fairgrounds?
Sometimes, but I've been pretty fortunate enough that there's been, like, I haven't gone to a rodeo that someone hasn't been to yet. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah, so somebody could call you and say, hey, man, be ready. You're going to need this equipment,
yes.
or there are going to be these challenges.
Yeah, there's been a few rodeos that we've done this year that were new rodeos, but some time or another we've been in the facility. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I asked that question because like I've had microwaves and air conditioners and stuff blow up.
Oh yeah. So
because you go to a fairgrounds and like this bad power or whatever.
Yeah, plug into too much or
some
not
bad
enough,
generator or something.
So funny story about last night is after we finished the rodeo, we went over to their little concert deal in their beer garden.
Yeah.
The beer garden they were singing, blah, blah, blah. Music stops. And I was just standing there. Trey went somewhere, I don't know. And the fair manager's up there trying to figure out why they don't have power, blah, blah, blah. And so I walk over there and go, hey, Kevin, what do you got? Like, what do you need? And he goes, oh, I think they blew the breaker or something. And so I go back there, look at the breakers, all of them are... I'm not an electrician, by God means, but if there's a breaker blown, I know how to flip a breaker. I go, try to look in the breaker, everything's fine, and I was like, hey, it's not coming. It's got power, it's solid. And so I was like, there's got to be a breaker on that trailer and something. And so I'm looking around. There's a door going to the nose. It's like a tack area, I think. And I go in there, and there's a bunch of wires and stuff in the deal. But going up to the nose, there's a door. I open that door, and I mean, smoke hit me in the face.
Oh, no.
That sucker was on fire. Like, it was pouring black smoke out of there. And I was like, oh, I found the problem. It's on fire. And they're like, no, it's not. No, it's not. And I was like, yeah, it is. Like, choking, gagging, because that was how much smoke was coming out of there. We walk on the other side. I left that door open to let the smoke go out. We go on the outside, and there's a door above the nose. Well, it was locked, so they were like, yep, I guess we're done for the day.
Just call her quits, huh?
Yeah. And then the storm showed up. Did you notice the storm last night?
Yeah, because it blew I have Starlink on the roof, and it blew it over. I heard it land, and that's what I didn't even really realize the wind was blowing.
Oh,
and then
God.
I opened my window, and then I could see lightning. And there's these two tents over here by the hospitality deal, and they were like lifting and then coming back down, lifting. And I was like, I was alone, but I'm enough of a degenerate. I started maybe wondering if I could place bets on
if
they were going to last or not.
We went over to C5's camp over there, and we were standing there, and then all of us started packing up because the wind started up, and we were leaving, and there was two tents going across the road. It was
just
awesome.
Blowing off the road.
It was like a tornado in Montana.
Dude, like I use this is Lewis and Clark Fairgrounds, and I'm infatuated with Lewis and Clark. One of my favorite books ever is called Undaunted Courage, and it's the chronicles of them. It's their words of those people coming across all this area, and they called it a tempest.
Really?
That's what I call it now, because
tempest.
The kind of storms they have are tempests. They rise up, these tempests. So it'd be like, if you've never been out west, be rocking along, having a great day.
Yep.
And sometimes you can see a storm 15 miles away in the sky, really big, because you can see far. And it will come, and then the next day it can be in the same position, and it'll never go to where you're at. It's so weird out here, but when they pop up, hail, like the hail storms suck here.
Yes.
Actually, 3 years ago when I was here, Ashton Lopeman, Chuck Lopeman's daughter, Austin Lopeman's sister, she was singing the anthem here.
Really?
I don't know. I guess she was living around here or whatever. And it started hailing in the anthem, and she just stood there and sang it.
Oh, my gosh.
Boom, hail just beating on her. But hail happens out here, South Dakota, North Dakota. Oh, like all around Deadwood. Man, they have bad hailstorms.
It shows up and leaves, too. That's what's funny
big
about
wind.
It. Never camps.
But they don't really get tornadoes.
No.
Sorry, I just got a text. My dogs are out, and they're at a neighbor's house, I guess. Somebody, hey, found two pups outside. They've been somewhere having a blast. Fed them my last slice of pizza and gave them some water. Sweet babies. So I need to respond to this person. I'll wait until we're done, but...
Yeah, you're good. Respond to them. Read your response.
Well, I'll just voice text it to her, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much! Exclamation point. I'm out of town, but my wife and kids are around. Period. Where are you located? Question mark. Thank you.
Does that have your phone number on the
Yeah, I got my phone number on the
dog?
Yeah.
Golden or
I got a black lab, my duck dog Champ, and then we got a red heeler Mix. Mix is called Mix because my kids, when they were little, went to their Aunt Hannah's house in Texas, and somebody had red heelers, and they gave her this sweet little puppy. It's a little girl. When we got home, it was a boy, so we named it Mix. They're all mixed up.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. The other one's Champ. That's my duck dog, and I can't travel with him, so he's causing a lot of trouble. They've been, you know how like a working dog.
Oh
he
yeah,
just
he's
stays
bored,
and the kids get him out every day, but
he's got to have something to do.
Yeah, so I don't know, bad deal.
Well, Matt, I need to get to work, so we'll have to redo this. We'll redo this again.
I can talk forever if you want.
Oh, so can I, but they're texting me that they need their meal tickets. They're hungry.
And speaking of meal tickets, I got to handle the dogs.
Yeah. So thank you, Matt. Hope to get you back on again.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Keep going. You guys are doing a good job.
Thanks, man.